Hey everyone! As I would hope you would know by the title of the video, I'm doing another speed paint. So without further ado, let's get started. You guys know the drill for this part. My materials, including a pencil, an eraser, bunch of pens, all of my Copic markers, and I got some new ones, I'll tell you about those later, and all the colored pencil colors listed on that little piece of paper. And as always, no good artwork can be made without a sketch first. At least, not in my book. But I mean, hey, like, if you can do good art without sketching first, that's really incredible. Like, that's hard to do, so good job. Anyway, you see that eraser I'm using? I actually got it fairly recently. It's a good professional level kneaded eraser, and it works really well, and I really like it. So if you want it, you can find it at like Michael's or something. It's just General Art Mills kneaded eraser. Here I'm just finishing up the hand, but actually, as soon as I finished, I realized, wait a second, Rayla only has 3 fingers, so I need to go back and fix that. Dang! And I was really proud of that hand too. I think it was a good hand. And then for some reason, I decided to go on to the other hand. I guess maybe because the idea of her only having 3 fingers was still fresh in my brain, so I wanted to kind of remember that, so that I wouldn't mess up the other one like I did the first one and give her 5 fingers instead of like 4 fingers and your thumb. So I just wanted to like get that done before I forgot it again. Here I'm moving on to Rayla's face more, and I had a reference on my computer in front of me, and I noticed that Rayla has a really small nose, so I was trying to mimic that as best as I could, but it really wasn't easy when I had the camera going and my reference, so I needed to look back and forth at the paper and at my camera to see if it was recording well, and back up at the reference to see if I was getting the shape right. It was hard. After I finished the face, I put the pencil down and I looked at the face through the paper because I learned a cool trick to see if the face is symmetrical or not, and I'd say that looks pretty good, so I kept going. Here I'm trying to do Rayla's kind of hand swords, daggers, I don't even know what to call them, but I'm trying to draw them, and it was really hard because they already have kind of a strange shape, and to do that shape at an angle where it's flatter but also curved, it was really difficult. So that was like my 3rd or 4th attempt. You can see I erased some before, but I just had to finally decide that what I had was good enough and I needed to let go of the little details and move on. Here I got to draw Rayla's hair, and it was really fun because like she had these little hair swoopies at the front, and they made a fun shape, so I was really satisfied drawing them because they just looked so cute, and like they're adorable. I mean, look at them, they're so cute. If you haven't watched The Dragon Prince and you don't know who Rayla is, I highly recommend it. It's on Netflix. It's very good. It's well written, characters are good, voice acting is awesome. It's good. After her hair, I got to get started on the outfit, which was also very, very hard because there are so many intricate details. Like the belt, that was very difficult to do, and just trying to map out where everything goes. Props to the animators, you guys. It's really hard to do in like every frame. Now for this part, I was trying to do a moon in the background, and I'm using a compass here to try to get that perfect circle shape, but I'm not good at using compasses, so I figured that I would record my struggles for you to find enjoyment in. This was very difficult because I had to like keep it in one spot, and I just kind of like went over the drawing. I was like, I can erase it later. So this was like really hard to do, and I was trying to move my hands so that you guys could see it better too, but it was difficult because I had to use both hands to get that oh hey, I did it. Yay. Next, I just got started on a little background because you can't have an awesome moon shadow elf without an awesome background. So yeah, just a quick little thing before I get started on my line art. It's time to get started, that's right, you know it. For my line art, I was trying to use a bunch of different like line sizes and weights to get that variation in the line art that looks really awesome. So I'm using actually kind of a bigger marker here to do the clothes or the area of the line art that I know would be in the shadow of where the moon is. And then up here, I go in with the smaller size, as you can very plainly see, like where the light would be hitting. And then I go over it a little bit more where the shadow is again, just to kind of get that extra special effect. But then I decided to put a piece of lined paper under my hand, or as I call it, a sacrifice paper. Actually, I have two sacrifice papers, one that goes under my hand and one that goes on the other side of the page. The one that goes under my hand is to catch any pencil graphite that my hand might have picked up so that it doesn't like smudge across the page. And the one that goes under the paper is to kind of catch anything that might bleed through so that it doesn't bleed through onto the other page. Also, can I just say how proud I am of that hand line art? It's just so nice. For this part, I was trying to be super careful, as you can probably tell, because I'm like going super slow and like readjusting my hand position just to make sure I get it right, because the detail here is so fine. I really don't want to mess anything up, because if I do, it's the end of my career. I'm done. I'm over. It's no more YouTube for me. But I didn't mess it up, so I can still do YouTube. Yay. I mean, obviously I would still do YouTube, but, you know, just, I want to do good, you know? And then I got started on the little belt loopy thingy that I was talking about earlier that was super hard to do. I'm doing that all in one shot, one recording, you guys. Yeah, it was pretty difficult because I had to work against the clock of the one recording, but I also wanted to make sure that I got the line art right and didn't like mess it up in any way, and I didn't, so I'm proud of that. For this last bit, I'm just putting the video on 2x speed. You guys know what line art is, y'all know the process, you don't need to watch me do it in detail. And so we get to skip to the end. Line art, finished. What do you think? I like it. I think it's very nice. Now the only thing is the erasing. Dun dun dun! And now we have a truly finished product line art. I love it so much. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's all the pencil graphite that's stuck on my hands. This is how you know you're an artist. Okie doke, guys, I'm going to cut the video short here because I have many more Rayla recordings, so I'm going to cut this video into 2 parts so that y'all don't have to sit through a 16-minute long video, because I certainly don't have the patience to make a video that long. I know you guys have the patience to watch one, but sorry, it's too long for me. I'm going to cut it into 2 8-minute videos, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in part 2.